So I'm going to take the Sunday afternoon and show you my father's SS250. It's a 1976 Harley Davidson Aermacchi SS250. It's a SS250, and some of the main points to know when you're distinguishing these from the more common SX Enduros, as many people call them, are both the low riding street fender and the low swung street exhaust. Other than that, the SX and SS are pretty much the same, except for those minor details, plus the handlebars, and I think a few other odds and ends. The earlier SX models had a different airbox system. The SS has more of a modular foam type rather than a round canister. My dad, he bought this in I think 1981, in the early 80s, I know for sure, with a 46 original miles on it. So it was basically a brand new bike when he got it. He graduated to this after learning and riding and gaining experience on, I can't remember what year it was, but a Z90, an Aermacchi Harley Davidson Z90, which is same street bike, but a 90cc, and of course he wanted more power, but he likes the Harley Davidson name, but he didn't want to be just another V-twin guy, so a lot of it was, he just wanted something different, so he found this deal. I think it was in the classified ads in Journal Sentinel or whatnot, in Milwaukee in the early 80s, and he bought it, so, you know, it's a great bike to ride. He's kept it pretty much original. I mean, you might notice that it has the European Cagiva SST 250 seat. It has the raised pillion pad here. And you might also notice the taillight. This looks and appears to be a 78 taillight, but he actually modified the original 76 rear fender to take the 78 more Harley style rear taillight and license plate bracket. But we do have the original European taillight for this bike, but the fender's been hacked up consequently when adding that on. So other than that, it's original. It's all original. We've kept all the patina on it. You know, we keep it clean, we keep it polished. But you know, we don't repaint items. We ride it. You know, it's a perfect running bike. Absolutely gorgeous running bike. There's 14,000 miles on it right now. And those are original miles, and the speedometer's not been replaced or redone or anything like that. So those are original miles. Those are definitely original miles. And yeah, we just keep it running. Yeah, okay, well, one thing we did change also was the grab-on grips, but, you know, that's negligible. So, other than that, it's all original. We get a lot of parts from Moto Italian or stockpile parts we have from eBay and Craigslist and whatnot, but it's running riding, and we're both big proponents of ride 'em, don't hide 'em. I mean, these old bikes have been made to run, so that's what we'll do, we'll run them. And it's just a hoot. It gets about 50 miles to the gallon. It's a two-stroke injection, so you don't have to be mixing the premix all the time, which is quite nice. We've never ever had a problem with the injection system. You keep it topped off with two-stroke oil, and you never have a problem with it. Never really goes out of adjustment. Sometimes when you have the carburetor taken apart, you do the adjustment for the oil pump, and I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it's at the perfect mixture right now, and it really doesn't go through too much oil. But yeah, it's a two-stroke, so it burns a little bit of it. I don't know how many quarts per 1,000 miles, but it's got to be under one. I don't know. I never really measured it, but it's a hoot to run around town. I mean, it's a 252 stroke, so it has enough power to let you know that it isn't a toy, but yet it's small enough, the chassis, that it runs around like a scooter or a bicycle. I mean, you can just flip this thing all around town. It's a hoot. It's definitely a hoot, but yeah, you just can't get enough of riding this thing. It's just so fun. And it's very, 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 I don't know, primitive is the right word, but it's how it rides sometimes compared to like a modern four-cylinder or whatnot. It's very very vibey. It's not too vibey. I mean, when you get it in that sweet spot, you know, at about 4,500, 5,000 RPM, it probably is at its torque peak. It's perfectly smooth. Anything lower, anything higher than that, you know, it gets a bit vibey. It's a pretty good, comfortable highway bike. I mean, you can maintain a good 45, 50, maybe 55 if you have a tailwind, and that's a comfortable maintaining. I mean, you could maintain freeway speeds on this, but it's very buzzy. I mean, your hands are going to be numb, and we've done that before where we'll go on the interstate or whatnot and buzz for miles on end, you know, do about 50 miles, it's about all you can take on this thing. I mean, that's if you're worked up to it. If you're just a guy that hops on this, you're probably going to be barely able to take 15 miles at freeway speeds. I mean, you get off and your butt's shaking, your hands are shaking, you can feel the vibes. You can still feel it revving at 7,500 RPM, you know, but for all around town and bombing down country roads, nice. It's a perfect handling machine, it's very tight. Even when, like, you know, your higher speed twisties and whatnot, I've kept up with sport bikes and the twisties. The only reason I haven't pushed it farther is that we have the original tires on here. The rear has been replaced at one time, but I think the front is still original. I mean, that's some pretty old rubber, but it's always been in a cool, dry place, and the tires, yeah, we really should replace them pretty soon. That's pretty old. You know, we'll probably replace them with some Bridgestone Accolades or some modern tube-type tire. But for now, you know, it works okay. I've put out about 500 miles, 600 miles on it this year, and it's been a charm. Keep on running gas through it, and you're good to go, you know. We run 91 octane, or as high as octane we can get. Sometimes we spike it with 110 race fuel. But the main thing is to not get gas with ethanol. You know. And not only it kills the mileage, but you have to also remember the ethanol in there absorbs moisture, you know, so we know, and of course water and oil doesn't mix, and you know, you don't really want that in a two-stroke. So all in all, you know, you just put as good a fuel as you can in. A lot of, you know, gas stations around here, at least, the premium is ethanol free, so consequently that works pretty well. But all around, you know, it's keep on running it. Keep on running it. You know, that's all you can do sometimes. You know, it's just fun. All it is, it's just fun. You know, and it's where I said it's all original. I mean, it's not like a perfectly stored motorcycle where you have to worry. Wow, my gosh, you know, if I tip this thing over once, it's toast. You know, I mean, we're gonna lose thousands of dollars. You know, I know my friend Bobby has a 39 knucklehead, and not a knucklehead, pardon me, 74 cubic inch Harley, and you know, it's perfectly restored, but it's so over restored. You know, if he drops it, there goes $1,000 of value right off the nameplate. That's why you keep it original. I mean, if you know, I walk out there, I mean, we've almost knocked it over a few times, but you know, the little scratches you get from placing, you know, your keys in the ignition and all that, you know, it just adds character to it. You know, I have some marks here when I brought home some stuff from an estate sale, and it fell on the fender and had scratches. Well, that's part of, you know, its character, but that's one good thing, is that you can just ride it, not, you know, I mean, yeah, you're careful with it, but, you know, you don't have to baby it and worry, oh my gosh, I'm going to scratch the paint, oh my gosh, oh, you know, you just freak out about that. No, don't go on it, you scratch the paint on it, but, you know, when you have an original bike, it doesn't matter so much. But, well, enough talking. I hate to say, want to take this thing for a ride? I sure as heck want to. You know, I mean, beautiful day, mid-70s, low humidity for Wisconsin anyways, and yeah, I think today's a pretty good day for a ride. So let me get it set up, and we'll kick her over, and should be 1 or 2 kicks, and she should go. So I'll get my gear, get my helmet, get my jacket, gloves, and everything, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, well, I got my jacket behind the camera and my helmet and all that good stuff, but let's see if we start it. And choke on, lever flips up in the door toe. We'll leave the gas off. The float bow's already primed, so I know that's all good to go. Okay, we're in neutral, not walking forward. That's good. Ignition on. Kill switch on. I'm going to guess 2 kicks. 2 kicks I'm going to guess, but I might be wrong. Hey, she's ready. Ready as always. Cool. Get on my jacket. Okay, she's running. Got my helmet cam on. Got my Aero Stitch gauntlets. These things are absolutely awesome. These are the best $35 I've ever spent on an adventure rider. Got them from a fellow inmate. These are just awesome gloves, let me tell you. Okay, that on. And mirrors vibe a bit, but 2-stroke single, so. Okay, clunks in the first, and we're off. Do some sidewalk maneuvering, and let's take her away. Still a little bit cold yet, but it's a warm day out, so. We're almost at the tail end of a break-in cycle yet, so. Because we just put a new end, and well, I'll give you a story later on why, put my shield down now. So you don't get the wind blast. That always annoys the piss out of me when I'm watching motorcycle vids. Oh, I know that wind noise! It's covering up that nice engine sound. Okay, get the mirrors. The guy's trying to wonder, okay, is he going left? Is he going right? Okay, we're going left. Okay. Alright, she just... Oh, it was fantastic. That was my friend Sean. He's got a GS 850 there that I worked on for him. He still hasn't run it. He's probably going to plug his pilot jets up. Everybody looks because nobody ever hears a 2-stroke single on the road anymore. So it's pretty odd when somebody hears something like that. So it's quite funny. You know, everybody's used to hearing all the straight pipe Harleys around here. Yeah, I'll give you some 2-stroke. I'll shut up and give you some 2-stroke music. Okay, we're in Top Cog. Top Cog, my friend. And she just puts along. I'm going around some older suburban area around near my house, and you can see how she just kind of follows the curves in there, you know. This is what this thing was made to do. And she'll get down there and spot 3,000, 3,500, and you know, it's about at lugging territory. I mean, I'm in top gear right now. Should go up. There we go. That sounds better. There's your typical Harley person. Doesn't acknowledge me, even though I am riding a Harley. That's to be expected. I don't expect them to wave at me. There's the Harley dealership. Ha! You can see the looks that I drive up to that thing, pick up some random part, or just look at bikes. People don't know what this thing is. I mean, you might get the graybeard guy. Oh, I own one of those things. I didn't know that even existed yet. Yeah, that's always kind of cool. Or, oh yeah, I gave one of my kids those. What is that, a Sprint? No, it's not a Sprint, it's a 2-stroke. Sprints are 4-stroke. There we go, we're going at about indicated 60 miles an hour. Right now we're indicated 65. You can see everything starts getting really buzzy. Really buzzy. And you can see everything's buzzing. Levers are buzzing. Everything's buzzing. And she still pulls. That's what I'm always impressed by. But she just pulls. That guy at KLR was like, what the heck? The guy was on the highway there. A newer KLR. It's a nice sweeper. This is what the SS loves. And you just kind of pulls her out, kind of quarter apex nicely. Oh, it loves that. Oh, yes. Apex, all nice. Well, I'll see if I can find a quiet road and I'll bomb her up and down for you for the camera. So.